Hello and welcome back to Mechabellum Ladder Climb. Howie, we're up against you, my dude. I think I've seen this emblem before. He's got 1,000 MMR, so we've lost a couple in a row. The game wants to know, hey, are you really deserving to be at this level? Should you be perhaps doing something else? So let's go rush build here, steel balls, crawlers, and see what happens. Steel balls, crawlers, rhinos, those all work together. I can believe it. Wasp is another thing that's kind of interesting to throw into this build. Create some air threats to go with the ground threats. But yeah, we just gotta see what's going on here. He's got some steel balls of his own. He's got a lot of fangs. I think for now that just means that we unlock the marksman, but crawlers are supposed to beat steel balls. So let's see, like, people like this aggressive flank with some kind of units coming in on the side. And then there's the whole hold back. Let's go super aggro here and see what happens. And then these late fangs or crawlers are just chilling. Like, we don't really know what they're providing to us right now, but we're gonna let it ride, you know, in case like they tunnel vision on us, we might be able to go in on their base, something like that. Elite specialist means that he's gonna have less time to like play big interesting units, and we have a supply specialist, so we just have a little bit of extra cash coming in here. But yeah, part of me thinks that like Rhino with armor really is countered by the steel balls, but is something that the marksman, the fangs, will have a hard time dealing with. Absolutely. So I don't know yet. The other thing I think of is just like, hey, level up the crawlers, give them the mechanical rage that they need to succeed, and let that just be the way. I even like the idea of throwing one in the back corner here, just to like force them to do something with it, but no, now they're getting arc lights, so we'll see how this goes for sure. I'm worried that with these units so far in the rear, they're just not really going to be involved in the battle until like the battle's over. But something about delayed reinforcements can be good with these styles of build, when you get like a bunch of AoEs kind of going down. And then here's the delayed wave taking all this aggro off, and then again the delayed wave now that everything has a chance to come over. So even though it seems like they're a waste at front because you're like, hey, bring all your firepower forward, there really is something to be said about like, no, just get in there, do the dirty. Strike specialist I think is interesting for this style of build. I am a big mechanical rage enjoyer, and then once again it's like, hey, you just throw in this corner and you throw in this corner, and these are some really cheap throwaway units that, yeah, he can deploy some stuff to just farm and kill, but like I think that's okay that like these units are now going to run off into this corner and like give a chance for our steel balls to do something more interesting. Extra deployment. He did put one over here. He recognized the threat. And again, it's just like one of my units versus one of his elite units. Yes, we're gonna lose, but like I think I'm okay with that, you know? Again, he's letting us get the tower, which is nice of him. We're at level 2. We're creating enough of a mess that's coming in that we can get at him. We're getting the other tower from that delayed attack. This guy was too busy attacking my other flanking units. And yeah, I mean, this is just chilling. And as they level up, I don't know, I feel like we'll be in a good way. And as they kind of counter mobs, the more I'm like, okay, get ready to go Rhino with armor to like re-counter what he has going on. You know. Giant Hunter, anti-missile, sentry. I'll take the missile device one. It's not a thing that I plan on using very much, but It certainly is a possibility. And then, like, let's get some level 2 units, man. A couple level 2 crawlers with mechanical rage coming in on this flank now. Extending the flank makes sense to me. He bought extended range on his arc lights. Okay, fair enough. And I'm hoping I can break through and take this tower this time. And like, the more he invests in the arc lights, the more I'm like, okay, armor, armor, armor. Baby, let's go. There's always something to be said too about subterranean, which reduces the damage taken by these things. But, you know, he's got a lot of shooters over here doing good work. I think he's going to have enough anti, like, groupies here. Come on, boys. Come on. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Oh, one away. Anti, like, group stuff. That he's going to be just fine, basically, next round if I don't pivot out of just crawler, crawler, crawler. Then again, level 2 crawlers, they can tank a shot. We're just not doing too much damage to him overall, is what one thing I fear. Speed specialist, absolutely. Subsized marksman doesn't really help him. I don't feel like this is a good round for rhinos, but I keep saying I need it, so we buy a rhino, we buy the armor for him, and then I wonder, like, can I put a rhino here so that they focus on him instead, and then I take this rhino and I do something similar. I put it here, and then they'll need to do some steel balls, and then I'll buy more crawlers, and like we'll just do a counter thing. Okay, he's getting damage on these guys. Okay, that's interesting and annoying. Come on, boys, get in there. Do the work. Do the work. We're in. We're breaking towers. We're swarming. We're swarming. Come on, rhino, baby, rhino. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now, I don't know, do crawlers need damage? Super heavy armor. I think you just take the damage on everything. I mean, as much as the steel balls and stuff could be cool, like, it's just not as needed. And then a couple rhinos, right? Rhino, rhino. Upgrade this rhino. I don't really want to get just totally countered by the steel balls that he has. At the same time, like, here we are. Bought a missile here. Fair enough. Buying a bunch of missiles, that's not so bad. Like, yes, he'll win the round, but like, it's gonna be expensive. He obviously just wants to get into the late game, right? So, sure, he kills me this round. But like, is it okay? Obviously it's not looking good right now, but we are still going to get a tower blown up, which is somehow interesting that even with a bunch of missiles, he still doesn't kill, like, everything. It was a good fight. And maybe now I start buying missile, or like something with shields in some way to defend those front units. I don't know what it would be though. Fortress, ooh, repair, ooh, baby. I'm a big fan of the repair kit. I don't know, like, has he really countered crawlers at this point? Like, with the multiplication abilities that we could potentially have here, like, I don't know. I feel like we still have a good chance to do some work. And then we buy speed. So he's going anti-tech, which is interesting. That's a good call. Does he have anti-air? He does have anti-air on the arc lights. Okay. So does this that doesn't stop his healing, it doesn't seem. So there we are, we're on the base. We bought speed, so we just zapped into it, which is really good for us. Armored rhinos certainly do a lot of work. And then here's the the frickin' replicators, man. Oh baby. We're just, he needs to go with a flame, dude, man. Where's his flamer? Amplifying core laser sights. I think it's time for us to finally go melting point. Melting point, produce crawlers. Stay in the back with this. Produce crawlers. Stay in the back with this. And then yeah, you rank up. You rank up. And then we buy speed again instead of another rank up. You know what? I have enough units that could benefit from A, attack damage, and B, a couple more ranks. There it is. Okay, he's buying a ton of missiles, and he's buying hackers. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. He is a top supply specialist as well, so he really is focusing on late game. I wonder if he's going to take any loans and stuff. I do need extended range on the melting points if I am going to make this a thing. Every 30 seconds is not super frequent to get crawlers, but they are going to have the tech. Okay, get in there, boys. Get it done. Breaking their shields down, baby. And then here's the long-range laser. We did get their base again. Holy. And if they do turn a rhino around on us, that was the biggest value of the melting point, is if they do hack something, the melting point kills the hacker. Right? It kills not only the hacker, but it kills whatever they hack. And if they go for some big air counters, we're in on that in no time. Let's see what happens here though. I mean, the anti-tech is pretty nasty, and the hacker is going to get its way. But I mean, hey, he bought a bunch of freaking stuff that round, right? A bunch. Incendiary? No, we just go orbital bombardment, right? We don't want to lock down any incendiary on us. And then this should be fine. Just kind of in the center. Some more melting points just coming in. I do want to get them the range buff, but for now, I think we're happy to just keep ranking things up. Range is slightly too much. Just keep buying these. And yeah. He is going to get an oil slick. Interesting, certainly. Does he have, is he just getting the oil slick, I wonder? Or does he have flame as well? Getting more hacks. Hacking is good for him, for sure. I need to throw in some more... Well, some more of everything, really. Good purchases. I mean, does he... How much damage does the missile do? Enough to kill all of my front line here. That's for sure. And this is, again, the benefit of having these level 4 crawlers back here. Doing the Lord's work. He's doing a great job with these arc lights, too. Gotta say. I wonder how much value there is in me doing a wasp swarm. Because then he'll just buy anti-air crap. It's just that the hackers, they can't actually get anything. Ooh, that's acid. Oh, interesting. They can't actually get any air units. The thing is, again, easily kill any rhinos that are turned on us. The problem is that we're not getting through any rhinos. So like that's not really bueno for us. And these melting points are not actually doing the Lord's work anymore here when we get like disabled from our tech. Well, we just lost because he got to turn our melting points against us. Man. Now I'm like, what do I do, man? What do I do? He beat me with hackers. I went too much onto like an aggro I kill you now strategy, and then he just bunkered down and survived. Because I went too into crawlers. I mean, it was working, but hackers, man, they were a good counter. What these melting points, I think they were good in principle, and they're like, hey, we countered them hacking our rhinos and stuff, but like, did I really need 2 more rounds of them? Was it the range that would have benefited more than the 10 crawlers? Getting air could have really flipped the script because he didn't have much to attack air. Don't get me wrong, he could have then turned around and bought this upgrade for $900. But maybe that gives me a round where I win if these fangs aren't really alive in force. But hey man, the ask was good call. Certainly did a lot, and the hackers in particular, I think did really well for him. So, I don't know. I probably should have invested in the cell technology and sold some of this flag, but they were actually doing pretty well, is the worst thing. So, I'll see you again. I'm not, I feel like every game I say we're learning, but at the same time, any given game, man, any given game we could lose. I'll see you next time, Joe, for now.